Many times, some of us are impacted by religion, and on a fairly frequent basis. So some of us do see a reason to keep making these arguments, to keep making these videos. Because if we don't, the other side does win.
Here's a news flash, Bionic Dance. We already won. It's time for Preaching to the Choir Ministries.
You're watching Bionic Dance. Don't run on automatic, instead, please think.
Greetings, fellow space travelers. Bionic Dance here. Have you noticed that most creationist arguments against evolution boil down to one of two choices? Either all life in the universe was created by God, usually as is, or evolution was directed by God after life was created, or evolution happened entirely by chance. That's usually the scenario presented, and it's very, very wrong.
Who's this imposter pretending to be me? Now, just to get to the point, Bionic Copycat, that's what I'm going to call you. You're the Bionic Copycat pretending to be me is misrepresenting the fetus here on YouTube. You see, you're saying that they think evolution is by chance. No, they're not saying that. They think Big Bang happened by chance, or a little singularity over billions of years apparently expanded and created the universe. That's what they're saying about chance. Now, the other information about God creating life on Earth, or God guiding everything, like you're saying with the compromising people like Christian anarchist Fiona and many other people on here pretending to be something that they are not. The point of the matter is, get your information straight!
Let's talk for a moment about the concept of chance. If I were to roll some dice in a game, is that random chance? Or is it just unpredictable to the limited human mind? Is that roll of the dice completely random? Or is it the interaction of gravity, momentum, and solid matter? You know, physics. The answer should be pretty obvious. If we knew enough about physics, we could predict how the dice would end up every time. Okay, so then what about a computer picking a random number? Well, unless things have changed since the last time I tried to write programs, which admittedly was in the 1990s, random numbers weren't random at all. The computer would use the time on its internal clock as the seed for a set of numbers produced by an equation to give you a seemingly random number. Much like with the dice in physics, if you knew what time it was, you could predict what number the computer was going to give you. The universe itself is governed in much the same way. Physics, biology, everything. It's all controlled by the mindless yet regular interactions between forces, energy, and solid matter.
Are you serious? Dice? Not only are you an imposter, but you are really stupid. Everyone and their mama knows that when you're dealing with dice, you're dealing with chance. I mean, let's take my favorite game in the world, Monopoly! Fellow space travelers, Monopoly! A game of chance and skill and ruling the world and learning how to do business with Monopoly! The point is, you gotta roll the dice, and based on the roll of the dice, it determines where you're going to go, and the skill actually comes in what properties you buy, and the properties you don't decide to buy, and, you know, things like that. So it does have a lot to do with chance with that, but even if we knew all the physics about it, it would still have an element of chance in it. Bionic goofball! Also, I should probably point out that we're not talking about evolution when it comes to chance. We're talking about Big Bang, because you, in your best day, could not explain how a little thing of singularity could expand over 14 billion years and create the universe, which would be the beginning of evolution. So, yeah, you need to get your information straight. But as far as evolution goes, with adaptations and mutations and all that, when you want to actually talk about evolution, why don't you come on Preaching to the Choir Ministries, and my man G-Man will kick your butt any day of the week, because you're nothing but an imposter, and you need to stop pretending to be me. And yes, you heard me correctly. G-Man saved me from a lifestyle of lesbianism!
The universe itself is governed in much the same way. Physics, biology, everything. It's all controlled by the mindless yet regular interactions between forces, energy, and solid matter. And that includes evolution. Nothing happens just by chance. In fact, a very good case could be made that everything, including our own thoughts and actions, are all preset. Not with a script, but rather as a result of the regular behaviors and interactions of the components of the universe. It only seems random to us because there's far more data than our brains can reliably calculate all at once, or even our current level of computing power. So when someone says that evolution happened by chance...
Okay, two things. Number one, if you hear somebody say something about evolution being chance, just remember the moronic, fake, stunt double, Bionic Dance said that we are talking about evolution and not Big Bang. Fact of the matter is, theists say that the Big Bang happened by random chance. Okay? Evolution, we know, is a little more sophisticated, even though it's a bunch of hunky-dory garbage. And secondly, you just got through going through all this mathematical nonsense and all this other stuff. Excuse me, I am a dumb blonde. But the fact of the matter is that, when we talk about God and use the same argument that you're using right now, I love to see how it works with your evolutionary theory and your Big Bang theory, but you ignore how it works for God. Just because you don't understand the Bible, just because you don't understand God, just because you don't understand basic doctrines and basic things about Christianity, Islam, and various other religions, does not mean God doesn't exist. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it!